This is the story of a rude pick-me at school and what she said about me and my friends behind our backs. So in music class we had to be in small groups, and I was in a group with all my friends, of course. Basically, we had to practice playing Love Story by Taylor Swift. I'm not sure why it was that song, but anyways, that's not the point. It was going fine until this one girl in our class randomly came to the group and announced that she was in the group with us now. And no, she didn't ask to be in the group. She just said, "I'm in your group now." Nobody knew what to do next because we don't really like her at all. She is that girl who always talks and gossips about people and spreads rumors. Anyways, one of the singers was away that day, and she was the one who basically keeps everyone on task, and she's good at group work, especially in music. The other singer got uncomfortable when the girl barged into the group that she left, and I don't blame her. So because of that, there were no singers, and definitely no one to help keep the group on task and organized. Don't ask why, but the girl, I'm just gonna call her Bulldozer, thought that meant she could sing even though she plays guitar. Like, just because nobody else is singing, doesn't mean you can. I was the pianist in the group, because I play the piano obviously, and I got thrown off by her singing. Not just because she wasn't supposed to be singing, but because she was singing in the complete wrong key. If you're musical, you'll know how annoying that is. Me and the girl on the drums can easily tell when someone is singing in the wrong key, so we were kinda just looking at each other, with this look of like, yeah, this is a disaster. The other guitar player besides Bulldozer, I'll call Violet, was new to playing the guitar because she doesn't play an instrument, is my best friend. After that lesson, we were talking about Bulldozer and how she was singing when she wasn't supposed to, and that she was being bossy. And we agreed to tell the other singer, I'll name her Tiffany, all about what happened. A few days later, the drummer, she'll be called Pearl, came to tell us something about Bulldozer that we could never forget. She told us that after that lesson, when the bell went, she and Bulldozer were the last ones in the room we were practicing in, and that Bulldozer was saying mean things about me, Violet, and Tiffany. Apparently she said that Tiffany is a really bad singer. Oh yeah, sure she is. Tiffany definitely isn't in the school choir, and definitely didn't get a role in the school musical. The most insane part is that Bulldozer was the one singing off key, not Tiffany. Bulldozer also said that Violet was really bad at playing the guitar, which was extra horrible. Because, like I mentioned earlier, Violet was new to playing the guitar and had only played it like 3 or 4 times. And all the stuff she said about me crossed so many lines. It's funny, I think she said more stuff about me than Violet and Tiffany combined. So, Bulldozer said that I'm really bad at playing the piano, and that I look too professional when I'm playing. Whatever that means. She also said that I'm also really annoying all the time and that I act dramatic when it's loud in the classroom. Also, Pearl's friend said that in another class, Bulldozer talks about me behind my back when I'm in that same class. She calls me an attention seeker and says I'm overdramatic. The crazy part about her calling me an attention seeker is that her skirt is always so short that it literally looks like a belt. She wears so much makeup and is always looking at herself in the mirror to fix her hair and makeup. Basically everything about her face that is fixable, she'll fix. Also, I'm not an attention seeker, and I am not overdramatic when the classroom is loud. I'm autistic. That makes all that stuff she said hurt so much more. She had no right to talk about me and my best friends that way. The day after Pearl told us all that stuff, Tiffany ended up saying that she has dirt on Bulldozer that's enough to get her expelled. I wish she would get expelled, honestly. Anyways, we tell Bulldozer in another lesson that we know what she said about us, and this bitch tried to gaslight us. I ended up crying because she yelled at me specifically that she didn't want me in her life. I said, okay, then just leave. And I was tearing up when I said it. Like, bitch, you were the one who came into our group in the first place. She straight up yelled. She tried to gaslight all of the group, and the other groups heard all the commotion and came to comfort us. Anyways, it all calms down and we all try to forget about it the best we can. Bulldozer hasn't spoken to any of us since. She just gives me death stares whenever she sees me in any classes we had together. This all happened last year, so when we go back to school I'm hoping that it will be forgotten. Wait, I almost forgot to say that on the day we confronted her, We went to tell our head of year about it, and after we finished explaining everything to her, we were walking out of the room and I said, "You know what? I think all the bleach from her hair has leaked into her brain. Because her hair is so bleached to the point it looks as dead as a haystack that pigs have peed in." Now I think about it, she was probably just jealous because we have hair that's not dead.